Hello and welcome to our English news edition, coming to you from Canal, Algérie. To the headlines. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, receives a phone call from his French counterpart, Emmanuel Macron, during which they tackled the bilateral relations. The President of the Republic receives Jibril Rajoub, Secretary of the Central Committee of the Fatah Movement and Special Envoy of the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. On behalf of the President of the Republic, the Prime Minister officially installs the new chairman of the National Observatory for Civil Society, Noordin Ben Barahim. And in our today's tourism file, we will discover the gates of Oran province, these historical monuments which deserve more recognition by the authorities, and a visit to the park of Tassil in Niger. Good evening. Those were today's top stories. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, received on Sunday a phone call from the President of the French Republic, Emmanuel Macron, during which they exchanged their best wishes on the occasion of the new year, wishing for more prosperity for both peoples. The two presidents tackled the bilateral relations in addition to the President of the Republic's visit to France. To the premises of the presidency now, where the President of the Republic received Jibril Rajoub, Secretary of the Central Committee of the Fatah Movement and Special Envoy of the President of the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. The meeting took place in the presence of the Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Community Abroad, Ramtal Amamra, and the Principal Private Secretary of the Presidency, Abdelaziz Khalaf. Let us now have a listen to the statement made by Jibril Rajoub.
تشرفت بلقاء فخامة رئيس الجمهورية الجزائرية.
I was honored to be received by the President of the Republic. I carried the message from the Palestinian people and political forces now facing colonization. It was a message of love, recognition and gratitude for Algeria's staunch position towards our cause, which allowed us to exist, and was an immense support in all circumstances, notably the plan worked out by the President and division among Palestinians in a bid to establish a Palestinian state with Al-Quds as its capital. A united leadership, namely the Palestinian Liberation Organization, we stick to this plan. I had a message for the President, a message of love to disregard division. Once again, many thanks to the Algerian people and to the President, who symbolizes unity, history and dignity.
On behalf of the President of the Republic, the Prime Minister Ayman Ben Abdurrahman chaired on Sunday the official installation ceremony of the new chairman of the National Observatory for Civil Society, Noordin Ben Barahim, a ceremony which took place in the presence of the government members as well as members of the observatory. The National Oil and Gas Company, Sonatrach, organized a study day concerning the security of oil and gas infrastructures and ways and means to prevent sabotage operations. Melissa Kebash with the details.
With an aim to face the security challenges encountered by petroleum sites, the national oil company Sonatrach is developing a protection strategy in accordance with other authorities. The Algerian energy infrastructure is located in the south of the country and its north, as well as across the national territory, are safe and well protected.
The high authorities of the country and Sonatrach proceeded to reevaluate the protection system, followed by a new strategy of protection with the National People's Army. We are calling for a new modernization of the security system.
Indeed, the modernization and digitization of all systems is a must to ensure the protection of Sonatrach and its partners.
We
will create a mechanism that will guarantee the commitment of the company's directorate and implement the best measures. The fight against terrorism is carried by the authorities. The security systems of Sonatrach have improved, and today I can say that everything is well secured. But we should recall that zero risks doesn't exist. Therefore, we work hard with the National People's Army, as well as security services, so as to protect all our infrastructures. We encourage all our partners to collaborate with us in this sector. And as the Colonel said, Algeria is a safe country and secured and obtains the latest technologies to protect its infrastructures. Due to its importance, the oil and gas infrastructures must be protected at all times to ensure their sustainability within the framework of the geopolitical tension.
And the new academic year was kicked off at the National School of Administration in the presence of the Minister of Interior. It is about the new manuals adopted by the school aimed at making the citizen a priority. Brahim Marad said on the occasion that the school's objective is to adapt to the developments in the field of administration management at the national and international levels. In a different activity, the Foreign Affairs Minister Mtala Mamara held talks with his Malian counterpart Abdoulaye Diop, as well as the Finance Minister in charge of national reconciliation and the Peace and Reconciliation Agreement stemming from the Algiers process, Colonel Ismail Wagi. The discussions tackled the bilateral cooperation relations and the means to further boost them. In other news, the grandson of the late African leader Nelson Mandela, Zwelivelile Mandela, the guest of honor of the opening ceremony of the Shan competition, said during a statement made for our colleagues at the AL24 channel that he was honored to receive the President of the Republic's invitation. Let's have a listen.
Very happy to meet with the President as he honored my grandfather by naming one of the most beautiful stadiums in the African continent and after our global icon, His Excellency President Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. So we wanted to first and foremost thank the President of the Republic of Algeria for this great achievement. But again, Algeria, we had to say to the President, has always had a special place in my grandfather's heart.
Following the footsteps of his grandfather, the grandson Mandela is also committed to support the fair causes, topping the list the Sahrawi cause, the last African colony.
The Sahrawi Republic sits on my right hand. I always wear a bracelet that I was given by His Excellency President Ghali. On my visit to Algeria, I had the opportunity to visit Western Sahara. I flew to Tindouf and experienced firsthand what our brothers and sisters are experiencing in occupied Western Sahara. And therefore, I promised that I would live the rest of my days in the fight of realizing a free Western Sahara.
And the 16th Congress of the Polisario Front continues in Dakhla with the participation of 2,000 people coming from all around the world. They were all gathered to shed more light on the fair Sahrawi cause, denounce occupation, and the constant human rights violations committed by the Mahsen regime. Story by Ines Kilou.
The 16th Forum of the Polisario Front, held in Dakhla, more precisely in the Sahrawi refugee camps, was an opportunity for African participants to show once again their solidarity with the struggle of the Sahrawi people for self-determination and independence, reiterating their unconditional support for the Sahrawi cause.
Here, guests of very...
We came from Russia to attend this historic conference of the Polisario. We maintained very important and solid relations with the Sahrawi people. We represent the political parties in Spain, and we are here to reiterate our support to the Sahrawi people. I came to the 60th conference of the Polisario Front to defend a fair cause. It's a fair support to a just cause to obtain freedom and independence and to guarantee to the Sahrawi people their right to self-determination.
في محيط الوطن العربي، وعلى هذا الأساس دعمنا إليها سيكون أكثر وانحيازا وسيكون أقوى.
The foreign delegations that came to participate in this Congress expressed their unconditional solidarity and their unwavering support for the Sahrawi people's struggle for freedom and independence.
In addition to our support to the Sahrawi cause, we denounce all the violations committed against the Sahrawi people. We are here to support the Sahrawi people and the Polisario Front. What counts today is the self-determination to the Sahrawi people and to denounce the Moroccan occupation of the Sahrawi territories.
And I'm here to attend this Congress.
I am participating in this forum because we support the Sahrawi people, but especially because they have been suffering for 3 decades in these refugee camps.
Living here in
The Arab and African participants in the proceedings of the 16th Conference of the Polisario Front have affirmed the legitimacy of the Sahrawi issue while rejecting occupation in all its forms.
As part of the Shan competition being held by Algeria, Madagascar defeated Ghana with 2 goals in their opening game of Group C held in Constantine province. And for its part, the national football team is getting ready for the upcoming matches against Ethiopia and Mozambique. It is worth recalling that Algeria won its opening game versus Libya with 1-0. Our football players held a training session at the Sidi Moussa Center here in Algiers. Still with the Shan competition, the president of the Cameroonian Football Association, Samuel Eto'o, said upon his arrival to Oran to take stock of Miloud Hetfi Stadium that he is backing the Algerian Federation, taking into consideration Algeria's support for Cameroon during the last CAN edition held by his country and was subject at that time to great controversy. Still in the same province, which is famous also for its ancient gates denoting its rich and long history, Najah Tayyar has the full story.
Oran, like all the other coastal cities of Algeria, it has a large number of gates. These guardian angels of Al-Bahia, witnesses of the prosperous past, used to ensure its security in the face of invasions, such as the Gate of Canastel or Bab al-Bahar, as called by the Oran residents, that was erected in the 18th century. This gate is considered the main city entrance. It was built between 1734 and 1738. The door is a passage which starts from the countryside and leads towards Santa Cruz and El Marsa. This gate leads to the old Kasbah. Several pennants which represent the invaders are carved on it. And this gate is Bab al-Marsa. It was erected in 1754 and was connected to a drawbridge which allowed the former inhabitants to access the city. The 3 main gates of Oran, located in the old quarter of Sidi al-Hawari, are compulsory tourist stopovers for all the visitors of Al-Bahia. These gates allowed us to discover the historic monuments of the city and to know its rich history. These gates are Oran's most visited sites. These landmarks are classified as a national legacy and regularly benefited from restoration to allow them to resist degradation with time.
And we wrap up our today's edition with the notorious site of Tassili Najer in southern province of Janet, where thousands of visitors head to enjoy the magnificent landscapes and discover as well the 6,000 years old cave paintings and carvings. Report by Najah Tayyar.
This place with the grandest landscapes and surprising geological formations, Tassili Najer, is a mountain range of incomparable splendor. Here in the far southeast of the country stands the Tassili Najer National Park, an open-air park full of unique tourist sites and breathtaking landscapes. The organization of the trip and the landscapes are just magnificent. From Ihrir, Sandilan, Thikerberwin to the Red Tadrert or the impressive rock paintings and engravings, the area continues to attract tourists bewitched by this priceless archaeological wealth.
We are here now the second time. Of course, we love the country, and we came with Iris again. Of course, she told maybe we can go to the Tassili and see all the painters.
Discovering the amazing nature, sand dunes with different colors or pretty palm groves, incomparable beauty at the heart of the Algerian desert. We recorded about 3,000 foreign tourists from 35 different countries visited Janet province, in addition to 17,000 local visitors. Thousands of visitors from all over the world are ready to travel thousands of kilometers to discover the Tassili Nader.
And with these beautiful landscapes, we come to the end of our today's program. Thank you for watching us, and goodbye.